iSolarBackup.com.
Dance Alive National Ballet presents Phantom, A Tale of Obsession on Saturday, October 30th at 2 p.m. and at 7:30 p.m. at the Curtis M. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts in Gainesville. It is a world of love and obsession. Good versus evil. The classic love triangle. What better for Halloween? Funding is provided in part by Visit Gainesville, Alachua County. A grant from the City of Gainesville Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs Department. Details and ticket information at dancealive.org.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
What are you doing this Saturday, October 16th? Well, how about joining the elite climbers for a rec and competition climb? Or just come out to watch this exciting event. Of course, there'll be food vendors, plus live bands, a kids splash pad, bouncy houses, kids climb, games, and more. Yes, it's fun for the whole family. If you want to compete, it's only $50. Most everything else is free. That's this Saturday, October 16th at Lake Lillian Park in Bellevue from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Yep, it's something different.
Hey, folks, you want to really enjoy these cool fall mornings? Well, come stroll the garden. The 5.5-acre Bob Wine's Camellia Garden on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. It's gorgeous this time of year, plus the sights and sounds and aroma are good for you. We promise. While you're there, check out the famous Bob Wine's heirloom camellias. They're starting to bloom now, and they're priced as low as $12.99. Been thinking about a citrus tree? Bob Wines is having a truckload citrus sale starting at just $69.99. And just arrived, those very popular dwarf citrus trees. They're perfect for your patio or other small spaces. You've asked for herbs and Bob Wines has them. A big selection starting at just $1.99. And of course, all your favorite veggies in the 4-pack are still just $4.99. Check the ad, then come on over to Bob Wine's Camellia Garden, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, the same blooming place since 1952.
Fine Arts of Ocala's 54th Art Festival is back. Mark your calendar for October 23rd to 24th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. 151 artists from around the country will compete for $27,000 in awards. Enjoy live music on 2 stages, chairs for relaxing, food trucks, children's activities presented by the Appleton Museum, and so much more. And it's all free. Admission, parking, children's art projects, and live entertainment. Fine Arts for Ocala, and a fun outing for the entire family. Don't miss out. Again, that's October 23rd to 24th from 10 to 5 each day. Presenting sponsor, Palm Chevrolet.
It's Monday. Not sure how you did it, but you actually survived an entire 2 days without hearing from Tom. Good job to you. And once again, good luck.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Monday. You know, it's coming up time for me to get a haircut. About once every 5 weeks, I go get a haircut. But sometimes getting a haircut's more than just getting a haircut. When is that, you might ask? Well, for instance, your haircut can help American veterans and service members go to school to help their transition when their service is done. Were you aware of that? Well, here to talk about that with details of how we can help all veterans are the founder and chairman of the board for Sports Clips Haircuts, Mr. Gordon Logan. He's an Air Force veteran and also Navy veteran and former Help a Hero Scholarship recipient, Dr. Seth Atchison, is here as well. Good morning to you both.
Morning, Tom. How are you?
Pretty Morning. Good. Very good, very good. This is something that, I used to use your services for a very long time, and then the girl who worked at your place at Sports Clips moved, and so I followed her. But I may skip with her this month to go help with this. Mr. Logan, go ahead and tell us about the Help a Hero program and what's going on in the next month.
Tom, this is a program we set up with the VFW in 2014, and to date we've awarded over 2,000 scholarships. Over $9 million have been raised and awarded. And it's a program that's part of our culture. We certainly want to do everything we can to say thank you to our servicemen and women who sacrifice so much for us. You can come into Sport Clips and make a donation, hopefully get a haircut. We have one right there in Ocala over on 19th
on Easy
Avenue
Street.
Road.
Oh, yeah, right on Easy Street.
There you go. And or you can go to sportclips.com/hero to find a location there with you. So we encourage everyone to come in and help support our veterans.
Dr. Atchison, tell us about your experience as a Help a Hero recipient. What did it do to change how you were going about your education?
Yeah, definitely. So my experience starts in medical school with what I was going to do, becoming a physician. I had used up my GI Bill to get through undergraduate, so trying to support myself, I had really run out of options, and so I was really trying to look for ways to help myself out, and that's when I was able to look and find the Sports Clip Help a Hero Scholarship. Was able to fill out an application online, and fortunately I was able to receive it on multiple occasions, which really helps out when you really don't have anything else to go off of to try to support yourself.
You got to process, you got to apply for these scholarships and everything. Mr. Logan, how do veterans go about applying for these scholarships, and is there a deadline they must meet?
Yes, we accept applications for the spring semester until November 15th, and it's real simple. Go to vfw.org/scholarship. It's a very short, easy to fill out application. It's for veterans or active duty E5 and below. We feel like those are the folks that need the help the most. And we encourage all veterans and active duty as well to come on board and apply for one of these scholarships.
Easy application situation, though, and everything. Something that it's inclusive, but something that's easy to follow. Simple to do for folks.
Absolutely, we use a third-party entity to help us make the selections, working with the BFW. So it's all very professionally done, and it's like I say, it's very, very easy application. We encourage everyone to take advantage of this.
We're speaking with the founder and chairman of the board for Sports Clips Haircuts, Mr. Gordon Logan, and Navy veteran and former Help a Hero scholarship recipient, Dr. Seth Atchison. Doctor, how has this program impacted you and your family?
Yeah, when you're thinking of scholarships, it's really a major financial impact that you get from it. For me, I was self-supporting myself through college, and especially when you're going into medical school, you're looking at somewhere up to $200,000 to $400,000 in loans most of the time on average. So trying to find these programs or these scholarships that can help you pay for that are vital. I was single at the time, but now I'm married with children, and years down the line, and I'm seeing the impacts now. I mean, saving the thousands of dollars that I would usually accrue with the tuition and then the interest that gets added in addition to that. My family's reaping the benefits, and it's going to continue to help me out even years down the line.
Mr. Logan, how did you come up with this kind of program? What was the catalyst behind starting this program?
We've been working with the VFW on the free phone calls home for a number of years in their Operation Uplink, and as the troops started coming home, we realized that the need had shifted, and there were like 200,000 active duty military separating each year. And we felt like this was a way we can make a difference in people's lives and say thank you to our veterans for what they've done for us.
Now, you can come into Sports Clips and give a donation. Does a portion of the haircut cost, if you come in and get your haircut, does a portion of that go towards the scholarship as well?
We do on the Veterans Day. We donate $2 for every haircut on that particular day. And it may not sound like much, but we do up to 100,000 haircuts that one day. So it adds up very quickly.
Yeah, every time I went in there when I was a regular customer, even though you make an appointment and stuff, it's such a popular place with sports fans especially that, it was always busy. So I could see you doing 100,000 haircuts, no problem, and helping out our veterans at the same time. Is this something that you readily, when you came up with the idea, it was readily accepted? Everybody across the board said, that's a great idea. I wish we'd have done it earlier.
I think it was, Tom. The first year we had very modest goals. We raised $80,000 the first year. We doubled that the second year, and last year, even during COVID and all the shutdowns, we raised over $1 million. So this year our goal is $1.5 million, and we certainly are very optimistic we're going to hit and exceed that goal.
How many people, if you know the number, how many people on average get helped by your program, or how many people have been helped by your program?
Over 2,000 so far. We've awarded over $9 million in scholarships.
Wow, that's quite good. Dr. Atchison, how long ago did you get involved with the program?
So I was, as far as I understand, one of the initial ones back in 2014. So I was in school between 2014 and 2017, and was awarded it all of those years. Very good. I'm glad that you thank you for your service, both of you, and Dr. Atchison. I'm glad you could find some relief for what are hefty bills for the education to become a doctor. Mr. Logan, where can people go out to find out more information about this this program and how they can help?
Well, sportclips.com/hero or vfw.org/scholarship. Both of those places are good places to go to get more information.
That is for the haircuts for assistants. Your haircut can help American veterans and service members go to school and help their transition when their service is done. Mr. Logan, thanks for what you've done to help veterans. Thanks for being a veteran yourself and all you've done to help veterans. And Dr. Atchison, much success to you in the field of medicine. And thank both of you for being here, shedding light on a very, very good program brought to you by Sports Clips. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. Thanks, Tom.
That's a worthy cause. Go out and get your hair cut at Sports Clips, and do a donation there. You're helping doctors and lawyers and maybe teachers and just anybody in the field, a veteran that's looking to go to college and looking for some help. This program is one that helps. It's called the it's called the Help a Hero Scholarship. So brought to you by Sports Clips. So a really good program. We're very happy that they do that. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Jack O'Brien's here to talk to you about stories he can tell on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
You say you're looking for some new fall color? Well, mum's the word, and the place is Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Hundreds of mums, dozens of colors, in prices you've got to see to believe. You can get 10 mums, put them all around the house, for just $29.99 at Bob Wine's this week. For more color, how about fall crotons starting at just $9.99? And ever-popular knockout or drift roses, a huge array of colors starting as low as $19.99 this week at Bob Wine's. And inside the greenhouse, you still save 20% on all indoor foliage. Outside, get an extra large bale of pine straw for just $5.50. The thing to do is check this week's ad. Then head on over to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. They're open daily from 9 to 4, Saturdays till 3, and they're in the same blooming place since 1952.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
And now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity, and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. A few of our tractor services include bush hogging, disking, and rototilling. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com. 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
This is Jack O'Brien, and I can tell you stories. Roy Graham lived in his villa for 20 years after the fire. Odd how a couple innocuous words like the fire can represent the most horrible and life-changing events. In Roy's case, it meant the loss of his wife and son and all their personal belongings. That was all a very long time ago, and the news Roy got today made it fade even farther into the past. He sat on his front porch in the village of Dry Lake, completely oblivious to the passers-by until night fell. He couldn't process what he'd heard. Nothing happened around him that could get through to grab his attention. All he was aware of were the words, "You have pancreatic cancer." At 8 p.m., a switch on a timer in his garage clicked, and the sidewalk lights illuminated the night. The light got his attention. He thought the colors of the flowers bathed in the bright light looked especially deep and rich. And he wondered if he'd been sitting there a day ago, if he'd have thought the same thing, or if perhaps this was the way the world would look as it said goodbye. Then he saw something move under the leaves. He saw feathers, and so he knelt down and brushed the plants away to reveal a small brown dove. Roy reached for it and picked it up with no resistance, no attempt to fly away. He rotated the bird in his hands, and he saw that it had a bruised shoulder. The feathers were damaged where the wing enters the body, and it was also missing a leg. "Looks like a cat or a hawk was after you, buddy," he said, and he realized he couldn't release the bird and wouldn't make it. So Roy found a box and a sprig of leaves, a couple upturned jar lids, and some seeds from his spice rack. Fennel, caraway, sesame. Maybe the bird would eat them. As he got ready for bed, he realized he hadn't thought about himself the whole time. Over the next 3 weeks, Roy started every day eagerly checking on the dove. He watched it get stronger and accept its caretaker. Roy underwent a round of chemo, felt miserable for a couple of days, and then he bounced back. He started to think more positively about the future and spend less time in his own thoughts. He also realized that he had drawn a relationship between his fate and the bird's. If the bird could make it, maybe he could too. The bird's recovery became intrinsically linked to his own. He thought that the whole thing, finding and saving the bird the same day he got his diagnosis, and watching the bird recover as his blood test reports got better, it was all a coincidence. Until the next time he was at chemo, and he told the oncology nurse, Sandy, that he had a reason to think he might make it through this. Sandy said, "Well, maybe you'll get a sign, Roy, something to tell you that God has this all under control." "I just need hope, Sandy," Roy said. And then Sandy said the words that Roy will never forget. "Hope is that thing with feathers." Roy's eyes got as big as dinner plates. "What did you say?" Sandy said, "It's a poem by Emily Dickinson. Hope is that thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all." Tears began to slide down Roy's face, catching on the stubble of a 2-day growth of beard. "Sandy," he said, "prepare for a miracle." This is Jack O'Brien. Thanks for listening.
Like what you've just heard? I Could Tell You Stories with Jack O'Brien is brought to you by Brick City Digital. Hi, I'm Michael Warren, and at Brick City Digital Marketing, we believe every business has a great story to tell. Our job is to help your business tell your story in a way that brings more customers to your door. We help small businesses just like yours with web design, social media, SEO, video, and more. Visit us online at brickcity.com or call 352-351-1131 for a free consultation.
It's Monday. Not sure how you did it, but you actually survived an entire 2 days without hearing from Tom. Good job to you. And once again, good luck.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Monday. I am your host, Tom Schmitz, coming to you from the studios of WOCA Radio, just off the runway at the Ocala International Airport in the Brick City. Beautiful. And boy, is it beautiful this morning. Ocala, Florida. Not a cloud in the sky out here at the airport. The sun beaming off some of these jets that are just parked here on the tarmac. Man, we live in a great place. And a lot of people want to give Christopher Columbus the credit for doing that. The 9 o'clock hour, we'll talk more about the history of Columbus, 10 things you may not know about Christopher Columbus, and how the explorer's legend grew and then drew fire. He's not thought of near as well as he was when I was a child. People have differing opinions of Columbus now. They didn't have that kind of opinion of Columbus 40 years ago when I was in school. He was revered. Not so much anymore. I also want to give you some Christmas party games. It's starting to get that time, you know. I know when I'm booking Halloween parties, because, you know, I do trivia. People book me to do their Halloween parties for trivia. They book me for their Christmas parties. And I'm starting to get Christmas bookings. So I know Christmas is just around the corner. And I'm going to give you some of the best party games to break out this year when your relatives are over at Christmas. All that still to come in this show. Hey, the tropics, there's a little disturbance out in the Atlantic, but it doesn't look like it's going to be it's going to be much to do about nothing as we wind down the last couple, 3-4 weeks. I know it goes until December 1st, but really our busy time usually wraps up about the first week in November. Thanksgiving's right around the corner, folks. People don't want to think that, but today is the 11th day of October. This month will be over in 20 days, and Thanksgiving's 4 weeks after that. So we still, you know, have you made Thanksgiving plans? Is it going to be one of those travel holidays, or will gas be so much money that we won't travel, or will airlines be in such an uproar because of people refusing to take the shot that you can't travel? Got a story about that. I have friends that were trapped in Maryland because they couldn't get back because of a certain airline, and it's, pilots and crews saying, nope. They said it was weather, but the unions say, no, we have these mandates, and we're not real fond of these mandates. We'll talk about that also coming up later in the show. 622-9622 is the number to call if you want to be a part of the program. We will take your calls, get your opinions on any stories we talk about or anything you want to talk about. Tell us how your weekend went. If you had a particularly good weekend, let us know about it. If you enjoyed something this weekend here in Ocala that could be enjoyed by others on other weekends, let us know about it. 622-9622 is the number to call. I will tell you this, that I went this weekend, went to the downtown market on Saturday. That's always such a good time, the downtown market. Very well attended. We, just everything from produce to bath soaps to prepared meals to raw food to, little trinkets and signs that people make that you hang up around your tiki bars out in your backyard. Just a lot going on, music, food, a lot going on at the downtown market. And it's really, you're able to bring your dogs and everything. And it's just a really, really, really good time. I saw some candidates walking around talking to people about the upcoming city council runoff elections. Remember, that's November 16th. District 3 has Ty Schlichter running against the incumbent Jay Musley in a runoff. And District 4, which is a special election district with Matt Wardell stepping down, so 2 years of his time needs to be filled. So there was a special election held, and it's in a runoff now with Kristen Dreyer facing off against Lori Martin Gregory. That Lori Martin Gregory that used to be part of American Moms here on this radio station. So that's still to come November 16th. So we still got, what's that? That's 20 days and then 36 days away. So that's 7 weeks and a day away from today. 7 weeks and 1 day from today, we'll finally have an answer on who's going to represent District 3 and District 4. And that means a lot because I think that depending on how this election comes out, we may not have heard the last of the aggravation of the firing of Chief Shane Alexander, the Ocala fire chief that was fired, what some people call for insubordination and some people say was a political kneecapping. You make your decision which way you fall on the side of that argument. Take a break, come back, more right here on Ocala Talks. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
The Justice Department reported over the weekend a Navy nuclear engineer and his Virginia schoolteacher wife have been charged with trying to sell American nuclear-powered submarine secrets to a foreign government, but it turned out to be an undercover FBI agent. Jonathan Tebby and his wife Diana are scheduled to appear in federal court Tuesday morning in Martinsburg, West Virginia. The United States is the single largest humanitarian donor in Afghanistan, provided nearly $330 million this year alone. It was announced over the weekend the United States will send more money in the form of humanitarian aid to Afghanistan's Taliban leaders. Donations account for more than 90% of the Afghan national budget. The Southern California coastal areas near Huntington Beach, California will reopen Monday as cleanup efforts continue from the oil spill October 2nd. Over 1,400 cleanup workers have restored the beaches. USA Radio News.
If you're tired of big cable bills and want to cut the cord, you can still get Newsmax TV for free. Millions of Americans like you are watching Newsmax. It's available on all major cable systems, or get it free on major streaming platforms. Watch Newsmax on smart TVs like Samsung, LG, Vizio, and more. Find Newsmax on your hub guide or use the TV app. Newsmax also streams free on Roku, Xumo, Pluto, Amazon Fire, TiVo, Apple TV, Chromecast, and more. More than 7 million people have downloaded the free Newsmax app on their smartphones. There's no paywall or subscription, so watch Newsmax anytime, anywhere. Forbes calls Newsmax a news powerhouse. And watch great shows with Mike Huckabee, Greg Kelly, Rob Schmidt, Diamond and Silk, Stinchfield, and a lot more. Find out why America is tuning in to Newsmax TV, the fastest growing cable news channel. It's a source you can trust. Newsmax is real news for real people.
The United States is pushing a universal corporate tax level with many countries. In theory, the higher tax would keep corporations from jumping countries because the tax would be the same. Jeremy Scott from the Oregon USA Radio News Bureau reports.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says she believes Congress will likely approve a bill to implement the global corporate minimum tax that was agreed to by more than 130 countries last week.
I am confident that what we need to do to come into compliance with the minimum tax will be included in a reconciliation package.
Yellen appearing on ABC's This Week.
I hope that it will be passed and we will be able to reassure the world that the United States will do its part.
The countries on Friday agreed to set a minimum global tax rate of 15% for big corporations and made it harder for such businesses to avoid taxation. The plan was endorsed by President Joe Biden, who praised the move in a statement released by the White House.
Thank you, Jeremy. USA Radio News.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. Well, while peanut farmers are trying to get back into the field after a weather delay with wet conditions, we need to get the other half of the peanut crop harvested. Checking on the market right now, the biggest buyer of peanuts last year was China. China bought about a third of the U.S. exports, and that is a big question as to what will happen to China during the coming year. The peanut oil prices have weakened somewhat, and China recently reported they will not be buying as much this year as they bought last year. They also noted that the sea freight fares are high, and it's hard to get a container to bring peanuts from America to China, and there's been a major delay. Some are reporting that this is a major crisis, and it may affect many of the peanut exporters, and the entire export market may be in jeopardy for the coming year because of the lack of freight.
Bovine respiratory disease, or BRD, doesn't have to knock the wind out of your operation. The challenge is real, but so is Elanco's growing BRD portfolio. With Elanco, you can choose from multiple modes of action to help you and your herd breathe easier. For more than 40 years, Elanco has been committed to delivering flexible, future-looking solutions for BRD and other tough challenges. We're dedicated to ensuring our solutions always help you handle whatever you're up against. Our growing portfolio of products for the prevention, control, and treatment of BRD allows you to select the right solution to help keep your herd healthy and productive. It's right for cattle and right by you. Breathe easier. Ask your herd health veterinarian or sales rep about Elanco BRD Solutions. Elanco is a trademark of Elanco or its affiliates.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We can expect showers this afternoon. Today will be partly sunny with a shower in places this afternoon and a high of 86 to 88. Then mainly clear tonight, low 70 to 72. Partly sunny Tuesday with a thunderstorm around in the afternoon. High tomorrow 87 to 89. Then sun and some clouds Wednesday with a thunderstorm and a high of 87 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
Fine Arts of Ocala's 54th Art Festival is back. Mark your calendar for October 23rd to 24th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. 151 artists from around the country will compete for $27,000 in awards. Enjoy live music on 2 stages, chairs for relaxing, food trucks, children's activities presented by the Appleton Museum, and so much more. And it's all free. Admission, parking, children's art projects, and live entertainment. Fine Arts for Ocala, and a fun outing for the entire family. Don't miss out. Again, that's October 23rd to 24th from 10 to 5 each day. Presenting sponsor, Palm Chevrolet.
Dance Alive National Ballet presents Phantom, A Tale of Obsession on Saturday, October 30th at 2 p.m. and at 7:30 p.m. at the Curtis M. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts in Gainesville. It is a world of love and obsession. Good versus evil. The classic love triangle. What better for Halloween? Funding is provided in part by Visit Gainesville, Alachua County. A grant from the City of Gainesville Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs Department. Details and ticket information at dancealive.org.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back.